Nick Moore and Dylan Rewell, and they're going to be talking about the innovations they have here at CONEXPO in the Diamond Lot. First up, we're going to hear from Nick about the swappable battery technology. It's the first time it's on display in equipment at CONEXPO. Then we're going to hand it over to Dylan, who's going to talk about the Briggs & Stratton Vanguard engine. So Nick, take it away.
Thanks, Jessica. So we're super excited to have the swappable battery on display in a much bigger way at this show this year. So this is a battery that really is designed with the construction industry and concrete equipment in mind, really thinking about how many pieces of equipment at a rental store can we power and make their lives easier. So again, first time ever on display. Want to try to get the idea of all the different equipment that you can run. So here we have a grinder. You're actually going to be doing some concrete grinding. Let's say that doesn't take you the whole battery charge. You just slip the battery off, maybe in a different part of the job site or other batteries. People are doing some fresh concrete troweling, so you can get up and going. And again, the battery is sized really, we would work with all the OEMs to understand what's the appropriate run time. And then the big thing that we want to do is, again, make it really easy for people while on the job site. So we've developed a very rugged charger. Make it real easy, just have a normal extension cord plug-in for it. The same dock that you find on all the equipment is on that charger with the charger bolted to a roll cage frame. Again, so we know it's going to get beat up, thrown around on a job site, want to make sure it's robust and can live. So basically what we're going to do is sell the docks to the OEMs, so they would mount that on their piece of equipment, whichever way it makes the most sense. You can see here an array of equipment. So we have a light tower, a larger trowel, a blower, and a concrete mixer. So again, trying to get the whole idea. The swappable battery is really, one way to think about it is anywhere that is running like a single cylinder horizontal shaft engine today. No, we're not trying to replace ourselves, but really what we like to say is we're power agnostic. So on job sites where you want battery or you want an engine, we have you covered on both sides. So again, you see on the swappable battery itself, a die-cast aluminum housing. Again, we know that it's going to get beat up in rental duty type situations. People are going to drop it. People are going to slide it around on the ground. Has a nice rubber mounts to help aid in that. A couple of the big things that we focused on was having it one of the most powerful batteries on the market. With the wide variety of equipment that we want to power, we know some things are going to use a real heavy load but for a short time, and other things might have a real short load and be able to run much longer. Our application engineers can work with any OEM to make sure that we're sizing the right battery for the piece of equipment and giving people the right idea of the charge time. Along with that ability to pull a really heavy charge or discharge is the ability to charge very fast. So you can charge this battery up to 80% in under an hour, which is a great thing for people on a job site. Again, if you don't have enough batteries to keep things going, you can throw it on the charger real quick and get up and running again quickly. So again, really the idea, work with the OEMs and the equipment, eventually working with the rental companies to see how many batteries is appropriate for a job site based on how many pieces of equipment they're going to run. So again, really excited. We're going to be having batteries out with OEMs coming over the next couple months here. People are going to be doing a lot of testing, so look for that hopefully at your local job site and with your local OEMs. As always, we still are very excited to have our FI series, our fixed battery packs as well. So if you look over here, first time on display in a piece of equipment is our new die-cast housing. You might remember the batteries that we launched with had more of a roll cage design. As our volumes have grown and we want to focus on making sure that we're tooled for higher volume, we've moved to the die-cast housing in the batteries. Fits in the same footprint as the original roll cage batteries do, but again, we're a company with 100 years of die casting experience. We really like what it does in batteries for the robustness. All the batteries that have, all our FI series batteries are an IP66 rating plus pressure wash. So again, knowing they're going to be at job sites, they're going to get dirty. We don't want people to have to worry about protecting those batteries. So we understand they're going to get pressure washed and things like that. We want to make sure that they can be held up to that type of situation. So again, great to have you guys here on day one of CONEXPO. Really excited to get people out running equipment. Again, first time out with people really able to run stuff with our SI series or swappable battery packs out in the market.
All right, thanks Nick, appreciate it. We're here at CONEXPO day one. I'm gonna start talking about our single cylinder engines here. So our full line of single cylinders starts with a 5-horse engine, which is a 160cc. We move up to a 203 cc, which is a 6.5 horse. And then we move up to our new Vanguard 300, which will be launched later next year. And our newest engine in this full lineup for the single cylinders is our Vanguard 400 14 horse EFI ETC engine. This engine is brand new for us. This is the only single cylinder engine on the market, first and only, that's actually ETC and EFI. So this engine brings a lot of benefits to a variety of different products. You can find this engine on utility vehicles, some pressure washers, generators. With this engine being EFI and ETC, it's a lot of added benefits. For one, if you talk about fuel economy, you're going to get much better fuel economy with an EFI engine than you would a standard carbureted engine. This engine is actually the cleanest from an emissions standpoint that Briggs & Stratton has ever built. So really what we did with this engine is we wanted to look at long-term in the engine world. Now there's a place for electrification and there's a place for engines. So we really want to set this up for a future in that market. This engine, just like all of our single cylinders, comes standard with a cyclonic air cleaner. So the cyclonic air cleaner helps with all types of debris. If you're in dirty environments, it's a very similar element to what you'd find in your vehicle, pickup truck or car or anything. We offer this engine with electric start. It also has a backup recoil start as well. So then if we move over from our single cylinders, we move to our line of small block engines. A small block engine is a V-twin engine that runs from a 16 horsepower all the way up to a 23 horsepower engine. We do offer our Vanguard 23 horse in an EFI or a carbureted version. This engine right here is EFI and electronic throttle control. Also, all full line offered in heavy duty air cleaners or flat top, depending on your application. So once we move from the small block V-twin, we move up to what we call our big block. Our big block runs from a 31 horsepower all the way to a 40 horse. These engines are offered a 33 EFI, a 37 EFI, and our newest engine, the Vanguard 40 horsepower EFI ETC engine. This engine is a 993 cc engine. Can be found on a lot of different applications, some utility vehicles, some pressure washers, generators, a lot of turf applications as well, so commercial zero turns. This full line of engines manufactured in the United States, all the Vanguard engines have a 3-year commercial warranty. So with that, again, thanks everyone for watching, and